Hello you guys, I know it has been, I can't even tell you the last time that I did a YouTube video for funsies and not like a vlog or just like sat down and chatted with y'all. Obviously I have so much to catch y'all up on. And I'm gonna when we do our makeup here in a second. But first I want to start off by thanking Louisa for sponsoring today's video. If you guys have been with me, you know that I have been obsessed with Louisa jewelry for going on 5 years now. And I think I finally worked with them for the first time 3 years ago. It might have been 3 or 4 now. And ever since then, we've just had such a great relationship, and their pieces have lasted me that long. I'm gonna show you guys some of their pieces because I absolutely love Louisa, and their pieces are so stunning. So get ready, because we're gonna get our jewelry on for the day, and it's gonna be all Louisa because I'm about to head out for a dinner. So first, these are the Eden earrings. Let me show you guys these real quick, and then I'm gonna put them on because they're so stunning. I was so excited when I saw these. So Louisa's jewelry is sterling silver, and it is coated in 14 karat gold. You guys, I'm gonna do a close-up of these for you because it's not focusing. Please look at these beautiful earrings. Oh my gosh, it's like the most beautiful little cuff earring I've ever seen. Okay, stunning. They look so beautiful. I'm so excited. So those, like I said, those are the Eden earrings, and then I have 2 more pieces from them. I am just so excited. If you guys ever get anything from them, they come in these beautiful little pouches that you can reuse. I use them for all my jewelry when I travel. So like I mentioned before, Louisa makes sustainable jewelry, so they're very conscious of how their impact jewelry making affects the planet, and I freaking love that. And you can actually go online and read their impact report, which is unheard of. I have yet to ever see another company show, hey, this is what we made and this is how it's impacted the earth, and then how we are giving back to help the earth. That's how we're lessening our impact. So absolutely adore that. This is the Brenlin cuff. Oh my God. Look how stunning this is. It is just so simple and elegant. So like I said, this is the Brenlin. And then the last piece that we have is the Pebble. I wanted this so bad. This is literally so stunning. I've been wearing a lot more statement necklaces lately, and when I saw this on Louisa's website, I had to snag it. Do you see how stunning this is? Like, I am obsessed. So I'm gonna put this on. Okay, so here you can see all 3 pieces just look so stunning and flawless. So you guys, like I said, I'm so excited to have these pieces now and just continue to grow my Louisa collection because, like I said, they just last so long, and there's such beautiful pieces and beautifully made all around. All that being said, you guys, Louisa is having a sale right now for Mother's Day. Get your mother a good piece of jewelry. Just get it for her. She deserves it. And if you're a mother, get it for yourself because you deserve it. Okay, so now I just feel like I get to be me and we get to chat while I get ready. So I'm actually on my way to have dinner with Mitchell's parents because, well, first of all, I have a vlog that I just have been not editing because it's so flipping long because I got a little carried away making it. And you guys, I got engaged. We are engaged, and I literally could not be happier. This guy, if I could just give advice. Hold on, I'm on my knees. Okay, not the toilet paper roll. That's embarrassing. We're ready. Oh my gosh, you guys, my knees. Maybe if I just sit all the way. Hold on, let's just lower this guy here. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Okay, yay. So we're engaged. Also, we're not going back to the bangles. No, I'm just kidding. Not the middle fingers up. We're actually going back to the bangles, which is, thank God. Mitch said someday he's gonna do like a tell-all of like everything, but until this day, I can't say nothing. All I'm gonna say is I'm so excited for Mitchell to be somewhere that truly appreciates him, and he's been up there for the past week. Did I say that he signed with the Patriots? I think I did. Anyways, he signed with the freaking Patriots. Like, that is so iconic. So we are moving to Boston. I'm literally shocked. There's so many updates. Like, we're engaged, we're moving to Boston. We're obviously gonna keep our house down in Florida, but he has been up there this past week getting settled in. He's staying at the hotel, and then we just signed our lease on our apartment. The only thing that stinks is like the stadium is 10 miles from downtown Boston, and with traffic, there's some days that Mitch could have gotten home, like it took 45 minutes for him to get home, and I'm just like, he works so hard. The last thing I want is and he gets not that much spare time in the season, that I'm like, I'll be damned if my man is gonna sit in traffic for, you know, an hour on the way home when he could spend 20 minutes driving home and have an extra 40 minutes to relax and see us. So I was just like, you know what, let's just find somewhere super cute, super homey, with a lot of personality. And what did that man do? He found it. He found the cutest place. We're staying in a little town called Dedham, and it is so cute. But hold on, this is already chaotic. So much character and personality, you guys. The town is just like, I can't explain it. It just looks so like safe and homey, and if it's not, don't tell me, okay? Because I already get anxious. Like, first of all, just moving so much just makes you so anxious. But I've just been learning to go with the flow, and it's been great. But the town looks incredible. There's like cute little mom and pop coffee shops. Like there's a Starbucks, so that, I feel like if you have like your one token like place, like for me, Whole Foods is that. I could be in a different country and I could be like panicking over something, but I'm like, you know, if I see a Whole Foods, I feel comforted. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, like it just makes me feel like, okay, I'll just go to Whole Foods, get a good meal, and solve my problems. So I don't know what it is. I just feel like if I could just keep some semblance of a normal routine throughout this entire process, then I will be fine. So we live like 5 minutes from a Whole Foods. We live next to a shopping center. There's all these mom and pop places, and I'm just ecstatic. It is going to be so fun, especially because him and I are just, we just have such an incredible relationship. It sounds so annoying to say. I just love this man with every fiber of my being. And I think it's just because we were friends before we were lovers, if you know what I'm saying. Like, literally, I made this man take me out on 2 months worth of dates before I even allowed him to meet my dog. So that is that, and I have no regrets. I just think, like, if you're out there and you are searching for your person, I just think, like, don't give up. And also, there's nothing wrong with moving really slow and just getting to know one another. Like, that is what we did. We spent 2 months getting to know each other before we decided, like, okay, this is serious. And we just became like incredible friends, and now like he's my best friend in the entire world. And I don't know, I'm just, we're in such a good place. And like, so going up there, and like, I know we're just gonna have like such a good time, and it's such a fun time of our life. Like, I just know we're gonna have a blast. And also, oh, I was like, what is on my nose? And this is just, like I said, this is just such a fun part. We're gonna be planning our wedding, which we already have a date, we already have a place, which is, what should they say to me? Oh my gosh, so should I tell y'all about how I got engaged? Okay, so people were asking, like, did you know? And I'm like, yes, I knew, because Mitch and I could have eloped a year and a half ago. We met over 2 years ago now, but when we first met, we're like, we should just elope. Like, we were just so love struck with each other, like, and we still are. But we just were like, let's just, you know, take our time and, you know, live together and see what it's like. And so moral of the story is we loved it. We were like, okay, so now we definitely know that we want to get married. So then obviously we're not going to get engaged in the middle of this football season, because I just was like, respectfully, like, you only get engaged one time. So like, I want it to be special. And he could have proposed to me in the old school, like, you know, we're having pasta and we're sharing pasta and it's in the pasta bowl, and then I, like, you know, some silly, and there's no pictures and nobody we know is around us, but like, that still would have been so special to me. But we had been wanting to take a trip out west anyways, so I didn't like plan it, and he didn't. I even was like, should I do my nails pretty like Like, should I do French manicure or should I do red nails? Like, you tell me what I should do. And he was just like, yeah, do them pretty. Like, but he wouldn't. It was driving me nuts. I'm like, just tell me. Like, just tell me. But he wouldn't. So then I just was like, okay, fine. Fine. Like, I guess, you know, I guess I'll find out when I find out. So we went to Wyoming, and it was, first of all, stunning beautifulness. Like, also my base right now, I'm living for it. It's been super simple lately, and this is just looking incredible. Anyways, so our first day there, I can't really remember. I don't remember what we did. We went in, we checked into the most beautiful hotel. We went to Jackson Hole. We checked into the most beautiful hotel, and then we had like we drove around a lot and like explored, and then we had dinner. And then the second day we woke up so early. He's like, hey babe, he's like, before the trip when he was scheduling all the fun stuff to do, he's like, would you rather, you know, wake up early, drive 2 hours somewhere? And I was like, okay, cool, like through the mountains, and then get home earlier, have some time to pitter patter around and then go to dinner? Or would you rather just like wake up later, drive the 2 hours to do this activity, and then come home and have, sorry, it's hard to like multitask right now. Or would you rather wake up later and get home later, and then just like get home, get dressed, and go straight to dinner? And I was like, I would rather wake up earlier. I am not someone, like, I like to rest on vacation, but like you'll never catch me sleeping in past 9 o'clock on vacation. Like, I know that's a red flag for some people, but I grew up, my father was like, we're gonna make the best out of this trip, and we're gonna do everything. So like, I grew up with that, and like I wouldn't change that about me. Like, I love it, because when I go, I'm like, I'm up, I'm getting my workout in, I'm getting some good breakfast somewhere, whether I'm at the beach, I'm in the mountains. Like, I am living it up to its full potential. I'm taking advantage of all of the, what is it called? Of all the opportunities that I'm gonna have, you know? Like, I just really want to make the most out of my vacation, so I don't sleep in. So I was like, let's go early. So we woke up super early at like 5 o'clock. We went to this like incredible cafe, and then he drove me 2 hours through the mountains. It was freaking breathtaking. I'm gonna upload photos soon, because I still haven't uploaded the ones from that trip, just the ones of our proposal. And we drove 2 hours, and we went horseback riding through the mountains. First of all, that experience by itself was just absolutely incredible. Also, I love doing this. It makes me look so sunburned. If that day would have if he wouldn't have, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but like that day to me, it was already going to be an incredible day. Like, I love horseback riding. And then we went to this little lodge, and then they had like a charcuterie board and hot cocoa, that like homemade hot cocoa, and like real meat from the farm, and real fruit from the farm, and real jam from the farm, and crackers, and like the hot cocoa was actual handmade hot cocoa. And it was just like such a beautiful day. And then we drove 2 hours home. Like, I was on cloud 9. So then we get back, and I'm wearing this what am I wearing for that? Brown. Okay, I had a brown dress on, which I'm like, it's the middle of winter. Also, keep in mind, he's in the middle of his football season when he's like, or is it at the end of his football season, but it's like so engulfing, like obviously he's like, he wouldn't tell me where we were going. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. He wouldn't tell me where he was going. So I'm just like, okay, I'll pack whatever. So I packed this long sleeve, like mid-length dress, and I wear that. And then he's like, okay, but you need a jacket. Like, we're doing a excursion before dinner. And I'm like, okay, like, I have a jacket. He's like, no. Like you need a different jacket. So we're about to leave, and he's like, well, baby, like, I don't think you should wear your open-toed shoes for this. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I brought these shoes for this dress. I'm gonna do that. And he's like, but like, we have that excursion. I'm like, I'll deal with it. Like, it's fine with me. Like, I will pay the price. You know, I'll pay the piper. I brought the shoes, I'm gonna wear them, and then I won't complain about if my feet are cold. Like, I don't care. Because keep in mind, there's like all this snow on the ground. So we go, and he eventually just gives up and it's like, okay, whatever. He drives me out, and we had just been recently talking about how, you know, there's people, do these like horse-drawn carriage tours. We were talking about how they had like the helicopter tours through the park and stuff. So I was thinking like, oh my God, maybe that's why he wanted me to wear my stuff, because he wouldn't tell me. So we get to this like little pull off on the highway, and I'm like, what are we doing? But I'm like, I'm about to walk through the snow and you will not catch me complaining. So I get out of the car and Mitch is like, I can tell Mitch is like stressed about something, and I'm like, okay. And like, I will say throughout the trip, I was taking pictures like this before, because I wanted to, like, just in case he did propose, like I wanted to make sure that I like had taken the picture like with nothing on there, you know, the last few moments of me being in my single girl era. So I had like taken a picture on the way there, but like I really didn't think anything of it. I was like, we already did this beautiful excursion. There's no way he's gonna do this beautiful excursion and then propose to me like on the same day. Like that would be like so overwhelming. Like my heart would be so full. Like I don't know what I would do. So what does he do? I'm looking at it and I'm like, all this, there's like these wildlife photographers there. And I'm like, we had just seen so many moose and whatever on the way in. And there was like a bunch of people on the side of the car. We actually stopped and Mitch went and took a picture of the moose that we saw. There was like a few mooses. Like what the heck do you call moose plural? So I just figured like they're just regular wildlife photographer because they're everywhere out there. So we get out of the car and Mitch is like stressed and there's like a huge snowbank. And I'm like, do I need to go on the other side of this? Because I'll do it. So I go to like step and walk into the snowbank. It's like up to my knees. I'm like, okay. Mitch just comes, throws me over his shoulder, which this is just like so us, throws me over his shoulder. I'm literally like dangling, like past these wildlife photographers, like, well, yeah, we'll be over here, like, don't mind us, so sorry. Like, he just plops me out in the snow and then hits his knee, and then we just start crying. Like, I immediately fall to my knees. Like, I can't even look at him. I'm so just like, what is happening? Like, I can't even explain it. It was just like the most insane feeling, and like, I just didn't even care. I'm not gonna say I didn't care about the ring, but like, I just didn't care about the ring. I was like, oh my God, we're here. Like, we're really here, and like, you want me to marry you, like I'm gonna be your wife. Like, that's all I could think about. Like, so he eventually was like, baby, can you look at the ring? Like, can you look at the ring? Like, say, and he didn't even ask me because we were crying so much. Like, so like, I'm finally like, I get up off my knees because I just like fall into his like arms, and I'm just like crying. He's like, I can't look at it, I can't look at it. Like, I'm so nervous. Like, I just was like so nervous. So I am literally obsessed. You'll see me waving this thing around. It's been a few months, so it's whatever. I'm still pretending that we just got engaged. Like, we wake up most mornings and I'll be like, may I interest you in your proposal to me today? And he will like go through like a little mini proposal, would you marry me? And I'm like, yes, every time. And I just keep making him do that, and I love it. And I 10 out of 10, you know, recommend y'all get your men to propose to you multiple times. Like, why would we just save it for the one time? So we did that, and the rest of the trip was just absolutely insane. We had the best time. Like, we ice skated, we went the next morning, which I can't explain this like weird haze that you're in when stuff like this happens. Like, there's obviously key points in your life where you feel like there's big like things happen, and then the next day you're like, and we were snowmobiling through the mountains, and it was the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen in my entire life. We were on the top of 5 peaks. So like, we were at the top of 5 other peaks, so you could just like see everything. It was breathtaking, and we were just engaged, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, it's just, I just feel like, you know, I waited for this love my whole life. Oh my God, ew, stop crying, so sorry. I just feel like I've waited for this love my whole life, and it just feels like all of the like work that I did on myself, you know, when I had my heart broken, and you know, the pettiness in college, and the like, all that stuff, like all the boys that I had before, like just led me right to Mitchell and right to this love that is just like insane. So my words for you are that, like, if you haven't found the love of your life yet and you're still out there, like, just know they're there, and that You are gonna find your person. You are gonna find your person, and it is gonna be worth it. So anyways, fast forward, now we moved back down to Tampa. We were gonna resign with the Bengals. I was literally like, please don't, please don't. He might actually get mad if I say all this on here, but I don't care because he deserves it. He just deserves so much more of a role on the field than they were just giving him like grunt work. And I get that, and he is so good at the grunt work, like that it was almost like they weren't giving him a shot to do what he really wanted to do. They were just like, here's your ceiling. So now we're at the Patriots, and it's just like a new beginning. And I feel like the Patriots are where the Bengals were 4 years ago when we got Joe Burrow. So like I just feel like there's so much potential, and like the sky's the limit. Like we're just some grinding guys out here. So I'm so excited to get up there and like just start this new chapter. And it's really scary, and at first like it was so hard to pack up everything we owned in Ohio and like bring it down here. It was just really hard, like knowing that we weren't gonna go back to Ohio. Like I just cried, like me and Mitchell like cried like for like an hour, like when we first left, just because like my father, you guys, when I tell you the story, you're gonna be like, why would you do that? My father saw us leaving and then was driving to work, and there's like this highways that go across. It's like so beautiful. It's like these beautiful highways in Ohio, and it's like along the river. There's like all these trees everywhere, and then I go over the bridge, and then the road splits here to go to Cincy, and then here goes down through Kentucky. And like we're driving here, and my dad speeds up in his little red work truck. Okay, Rob, and if you know Rob, like he is the most perfect human on this whole planet. He's like driving right here and like catches up to us, and I'm already crying. And our thing, oh my god, I'm PMSing, okay, so just be nice to me. Our thing is that like even when I went to move to college, I was the first kid out, and I would yell, you know, I love you out the window to all my siblings when they were like little, and to my parents. And as we got older, like my dad was the one that always went outside. So even you know, when I would come home from college, and even though it was only an hour away, like he would sit outside and yell, love you. And like every time I came home to my parents now, even like when we lived in Cincinnati, I would go outside and my dad would be yelling, love you. And then I would yell, love you down the road, because it's like this long road and then their house here. Like, and it would echo like through the woods, like to the house. And it's just like the most pure thing you're gonna ever hear. So we were driving, and Rob catches up to us and rolls his window down, and he's just yelling, love you out the window. As I'm going towards Kentucky, moving away from my family permanently, and he's going this way, and we're just like looking at him, and he's just like waving out the window. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. So I'm crying some more because it's such a beautiful thing. What is happening? I'm falling apart. I'm not okay. I'm PMSing, and Mitch has been gone for a week, okay, so I'm emotional. It's just such a blessing to have that kind of love in my life, you know, not even speaking about just Mitch. Like that's obviously all that I want, is like somebody to make a family with and like love the rest of my life, and like, you know, like feel that love reciprocated in like the best way. But to be able to have a family that I care so deeply about, and that is just such an incredible feeling to feel love like that. To just be loved like that is so special. I can't cry again. I can't cry again. So anyways, that was my experience moving away from home permanently. Really hard. We moved down here. Mitch is like super healthy again, because last year he hurt his knee. And then our agent is kind of like, you know, the Patriots are interested in you and they want you to come up here and get a look at you, essentially. He goes up there, they fall in love with him immediately. They're like, sign today, sign today. So he signs and comes home for 24 hours and then goes. And he's been gone for 6 days, and I'm so excited to go up there. Like you cannot eat, like once you get past, if you're thinking about moving away, like once you get past the homesickness, like you get excited for like what's to come in your life. Like and it makes you just cherish the moments. It makes you cherish the moments with your family just 10 times more. Like I'm going up there, my family's Catholic, and Raquel getting confirmed and graduating, and my brother just graduated electrician school. Like I'm going up there for 4 days, and I'm so excited to see my people. Like I'm so excited to smell the Ohio air. Like, I'm excited for spring in Ohio. I can't wait to see my coffee shops. I can't wait to see my friends. I can't wait to smell the fresh cut grass, hear the freaking wind blow through the trees of the woods, like be on a hill. I can't wait to be on a hill again, like living in Florida, obviously. So I'm just so grateful right now, and like I'm just so happy. And even when it's hard, you grow through it, and then you can look back on those times and think like, oh my gosh, I just cherish those moments so much. The heartbreak, moving away from family, all that, like your lessons that you had to learn in life, like you look back at them like, thank you for that. Thank you for that heartbreak that made me turn into the woman that I am, so that when I found the love of my life, I was ready to be the partner for him, like truly. And thank you for my partner's job to push me out of my comfort zone, making friends, new experiences, living in new places, because I needed that, or else I've always wanted to move away from Cincy, but I would have never done it myself. It's like, that's just been another blessing to be pushed out of my comfort zone. Like, it's just turning me into the woman that I've always wanted to be, even though the path was hard. So I'm done preaching. I promise. I feel like I'm good on makeup. I'm just going to see his parents. Watch. I feel like I haven't done makeup with lights on in so long, so I feel like, what if I go outside and look? Okay, right there. My right leg is asleep. Oh my god, you guys, these are the Aritzia, not rib, they're like waffle. Hold on. They're like the waffle Aritzia pants. I'll link them down below. Incredible. And this is the Lululemon tank top. This baby is good. I have it in all the colors. Guys, I'm sorry that I was emotional. I just feel like when you talk about stuff like that, that's just like so important to be gracious and to speak about the things that you're grateful for, because then you can really reflect on them. I just want to express how important it is to talk about your feelings and talk about how grateful you are, and really just wear your heart on your sleeve. Like, even if it gets stomped on, like just keep wearing your heart on your sleeve, because it pays off in the end. So sorry I cried again a few times. That may be the first time I've ever cried on the internet. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. It does mean the world to me. I feel like I really have so much more to catch y'all up on. There's been so much going on, but I just wanted to get on here and catch up and really just show off my new Luisa Pieces. Don't forget to click that link in the description box, and thank you guys so much for watching. It really means the world to me. Way more updates to come, and I hope you have a great day.